Over $59,000 for this 2025 Honda Prologue. Yeah, it's like an all-electric SUV partnered up with General Motors, so no one wants to buy it, and it's $60,000 at a Honda dealership. Think about it. That is a lot of money for a Honda, and of course they're discounting it. This Honda dealership's actually discounting almost every vehicle on their website is nearly $1,500 off, even though the last Honda dealership we were at was playing games with. On their website they added over MSRP some resistol. So a lot of Honda dealerships like to play games because there's a lot of people that will come here and buy this, especially in today's market, because for $29,000, a 2025 Accord, but it does have the 1.5T. A lot of people don't like that engine. In general, just Honda went a different direction. Look at that, $30,000 for this one. Honda Civic, yeah, they can get up there for sure. I mean, when a Civic gets over $40,000, that's where it's like, okay, it's too much money. But in today's market, I mean, you go to a Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, a Ford dealership, you might not even find vehicles in that price point, for real. And then when it comes to resale, this is going to be better than, let's say, a Ford Escape, but you still have to be careful. You can't just, I mean, they can get pricey. But check this dealership out. This is the oldest Honda dealership still in existence because they haven't redesigned their building. Every other Honda dealership that I've ever seen, and I've been to a lot of dealerships, they redesigned their building. This is the last one standing without the redesign. Look at that, $30,555, 2025 Honda Civic. Is it a hybrid sport? Let's look at some of these CRVs because a lot of people come here and get them. Even their CRVs, I saw $1,500 off, which, hey, at the end of the day, I gotta give them credit that they're not adding or no addendum stickers. Look at this, this is $40,000, 2026. So, I mean, hey, 2026s are here. And at least, I mean, the other day, I was at a Ford dealership and I saw a 2023. So 2023s are stuck at some lots, and some of them literally have 2026s sitting here. But it is crazy that this is that last Honda. Let me know if you've seen a Honda dealership built like this. They really need to redesign it. I know Honda wants them to redesign it, but it's a lot of money. You know, it's millions and millions and millions of dollars, and it's not cheap to do so. But literally, the oldest Honda dealership still standing here. Look at that, $30,555. I guess they know exactly where they want to be. Now we're going over to the Honda Ridgelines. They're right over here. Now you have to keep in mind the Honda Pilots and Ridgelines, at least they still offer the V6, but it does have a timing belt that needs to be replaced at least every 100,000 miles. And it is a cost, you know, it's a couple grand or more in some cases, so you just have to keep that in mind. But they do have inventory. They got all the Ridgelines you want. Now let's see here, let's look at this one, see if there's a window sticker. Now, crazy part about it is, let's see, let's look at the price on this one. Yeah, you can barely see, it's $47,000. Yeah, Honda Ridgeline 2025. Still a lot of money for a little mid-sized truck, you know, 50 grand. I don't know about that, that's too much money. But of course, they're discounting everything. They got these sale discounts coming, you know, they want you to come in for the price, which is some BS. They should just discount it on the window. Yeah, I can barely see it. $46,000, 2025 Honda Ridgeline. Yeah, they should be discounting it on the window, but probably 3 or 4 grand off, so nothing really that much. But it's a starting point, but still, you got to keep in mind, it has a timing belt. Don't forget that. And look at all this inventory. There's plenty of inventory. Honda dealerships are in this situation, so you don't pay market adjustments, addendum stickers, anything like that with a Honda or any vehicle. Because I know a lot of Honda dealerships, Toyota dealerships, they can be the hardest to deal with because they're like, oh, we got this superior product. Well, no, there's dealerships that have that same vehicle with no market adjustments. They got all their Pilots over there. They have every make, every model, and I think even probably a Type R inside. So anything you want, and don't pay market adjustments. Here we go, $40,000, 2025 Accord Hybrid. Now, you know, that's getting kind of pricey. It's kind of like a Toyota Camry being over $50,000. That's a lot of money for what you're getting. But I think the worst buy on the lot is that Honda Prologue over there. I mean, 60 grand. Are you kidding me for that thing? But the crazy thing is too, the owner of this dealership, Don Carlton, who's no longer with us, he drove a 2000, like an old Honda Ridgeline for the longest time, $32,000, 2025 Honda Accord 1.5. So he used to pull, Don Carlton would drive a super old Honda Ridgeline. Even though he could drive any vehicle he wanted, he owned an Acura dealership as well. This owner of this dealership decided to drive an old Honda Ridgeline until his last days. And it's kind of crazy because he could drive whatever he wanted, but he didn't care. He loved that Honda Ridgeline. And people really do love those Honda Ridgelines, so keep that in mind. But don't pay over addendum sticker, add-on, or anything for any sort of Honda. Luckily, this dealership is giving around $1,500 off, but that's just a starting point. If you're getting a Honda, negotiate, and get the best deal possible. Let me know what you think, and have you seen a Honda dealership that has not been redesigned? That's still the old design. There's not many out there. I think this is the last one. Let me know what you think. Have a great day, and stay blessed.